Pasture-raised chickens live outdoors, free to roam and forage, unlike their industrial counterparts.
In a true pasture-raised system, the birds are moved frequently to fresh ground, ensuring a healthier environment and richer eggs.
Pasture-raised chickens face natural predators like this bald eagle, a risk often absent in industrial systems.
These brown eggs are collected daily, a stark contrast to the conditions found in industrial farming.
Industrial farms prioritize efficiency, with systems designed to move thousands of eggs per hour with minimal human interaction.
The farmer carefully moves the electric fence, guiding the flock to a new section of the vibrant green field.
Do you know, there are farmers willing to dedicate their entire lives to raising millions of chickens?
Just to make sure the food supply is safe and of high quality.
It might sound simple, but raising chickens on pasture is anything but easy.
This is one of the farming models that demands meticulous care, strong management skill, and the ability to handle countless risks. In a true pasture-raised system, the chickens are free to express their natural behaviors, foraging on lush green fields.
From harsh weather and disease outbreaks to predators and the impact of climate change.
Yet the reward for all of that effort is huge.
A successful pasture-raised chicken farm can bring in anywhere from hundreds of thousands of dollars to even millions a year from just egg and meat sale. The sterile environment of the processing plant is a stark contrast to the open fields, prioritizing efficiency above all else.
In today's video, we'll explore the journey of raising millions of chickens on pasture, from daily care and harvesting eggs and meat. Unlike industrial facilities, these pasture-raised hens are still laying robustly through the winter months.
Unlike industrial methods, pasture-raised farming allows the chickens to forage naturally, improving both their health and the soil.
Poultry farming is a vital part of American agriculture.
Each year, the industry generates over $46 billion in revenue.
With more than 9 billion chickens raised and sold on the market.
Most of this comes from industrial farms, where chickens are confined in enclosed spaces and fattened up at a staggering pace.
In industrial farming, chickens are often kept in extremely crowded conditions, unable to move freely.
Industrially raised chickens can reach 5 pounds in just 38 days, twice as fast as a pasture-raised bird.
But the trade-off is a softer, less flavorful meat, with far lower omega-3 content.
Moreover, the extremely high stocking density makes disease outbreaks much more likely.
This forces farmers to overuse antibiotics, either mixed into the water or injected directly.
In these industrial systems, efficiency is prioritized. Workers navigate massive sheds, something consumers today are increasingly concerned about.
That's why many farms are gradually shifting towards pasture-raised chicken.
From Oregon to North Carolina to Texas.
More and more farmers are choosing to let their flocks roam outdoors, instead of keeping them confined indoors. Until now, the U.S. has around 750 officially recognized pasture-raised chicken farms.
In just the past 5 years, the number of these farms has grown by more than 60% across many states.
In the U.S. alone, large-scale farms in states like Iowa, Pennsylvania, and California can manage flocks of nearly 2 million birds.
Moving the coop daily keeps the pasture fresh and the chickens healthy. It's much better than the industrial model.
Unlike industrial farms, the pasture model allows chickens to roam freely across wide open fields.
Pasture-raised farming allows the chickens access to fresh grass and insects, supplementing their feed and keeping them healthy.
There, they forage on grass, insects, worms, and natural grains, supplemented with protein-rich feed to ensure balanced growth.
A key component of pasture-raised farming is the mobile coop and feeder, allowing the chickens access to fresh ground daily.
As a result, pasture-raised chicken eggs and meat are highly valued for their quality and are richer in vitamin A, higher.
The true test of the pasture-raised method is the final product, a succulent, flavorful bird with rich, dense meat. However, starting a pasture-raised chicken farm requires farmers to choose the right breeds.
Set up mobile coops and rotate pastures regularly so the chickens don't end up eating manure or wilted grass.
In stark contrast to industrial methods, pasture-raised farming allows animals to roam freely on vibrant green fields. To get strong, healthy breeds, farmers carefully select eggs of uniform size from robust laying hens.
The eggs are placed in modern incubators, where the temperature is kept steady at around 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit. After hatching, the chicks aren't released into the pasture right away.
They're first placed in a brooder. There, farmers set up heat lamps to keep the temperature steady between 90 and 93 degrees Fahrenheit.
They also replace the bedding with fresh straw or sawdust regularly and provide plenty of clean water and easily digest.
These day-old chicks require warmth and constant care in their first weeks, typically housed in temperature-controlled brooders.
Once they're strong enough, at around 5 to 6 weeks old, they're finally released into the pasture to get used to the natural environment.
In a pasture-raised system, chicks are given ample space and a varied diet, including fresh greens and fruit.
They quickly learn to scratch the soil, peck at fresh grass and insects, all while being supplemented with protein-rich. Many people think raising chickens on pasture is just an old-fashioned way of farming.
But in reality, behind it lies a highly modern management system.
They use mobile chicken coops, essentially small houses on wheels, that can be moved around the pasture.
Moving the coops daily provides the chickens with fresh forage and sunlight, embodying the best of pasture-raised farming.
Every day, or few days, farmers pull the coops to a fresh patch of grass, ensuring the chickens always have access.
In stark contrast to industrial methods, these chickens are raised on open pastures, resulting in healthier birds and richer eggs.
These brown chickens spend their days ranging freely across lush, green pastures, supplementing their feed with insects and seeds.
Interestingly, the chicken's manure itself becomes a rich natural fertilizer, helping to regenerate the pasture.
Pasture-raised chickens, like these brown hens, spend their days outside, supplementing their feed with insects and forages.
This creates a closed-loop system, nourishing both the flock and the land at the same time.
Each morning, the chickens are guided out onto the pasture to forage. Farmers also provide additional feed and fresh water.
By evening, the flock is herded back into the coop to rest and stay safe from predators, bad weather, and cold nights.
Of course, raising chickens outdoors isn't always easy.
Harsh weather, whether storms, heavy rain, or extreme heat, can take a toll on the flock's health. Here, the chickens are free to express their natural behaviors, scratching and pecking in the fresh air and sunlight.
Not only that, pasture-raised chickens often face the risk of predators like foxes, wild dogs, coyotes, or hawks.
The pasture environment, while natural, presents inherent risks, such as predators like the red fox.
Farmers have to set up electric fencing and regularly patrol the fields to keep the flock safe.
Another challenge is disease. When chickens are raised in large numbers, the risk of outbreaks is higher.
That's why farms must maintain strict biosecurity measures, from disinfecting coops to carefully monitoring the quality of drinking water. After the chickens are removed, the industrial coops undergo a rigorous, high-pressure cleaning process to prepare for the next flock.
At around 5 to 6 months old, hens begin laying eggs.
Each hen can produce 250 to 300 eggs per year, depending on the breed and level of care.
So, in a modern industrial facility, technology streamlines the process, allowing thousands of eggs to be collected and sorted each hour.
Pasture-raised chickens typically have darker yolks and are more nutrient-rich when compared to eggs from industrially raised chickens.
Farmers collect eggs between once or twice a day. Smaller or cracked eggs are sorted out to ensure only top-quality products make it to market. The selected eggs are stored at a chilled temperature between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit, then labeled for traceability.
If a farm meets all of the required standards, the eggs can earn the USDA organic label. From there, they're packaged and distributed. In the US, large farming operations can supply hundreds of thousands of eggs to the market every single day.
An average farm, with about 50,000 chickens, can harvest between 45 and 50,000 eggs a day.
That roughly equates to around 16 million eggs a year.
In stark contrast to pasture-raised methods, industrial farming relies heavily on automation. These organic valley farmers ensure every egg is carefully hand-packaged, maintaining the highest quality from pasture to your table.
It's not just about eggs. Chicken meat is also a major source of revenue. Globally, more than 130 million tons of chicken are consumed each year.
In the US alone, the average person eats around 112 pounds of chicken annually, much higher than beef or pork.
China and Brazil are also amongst the top consumers, with demand continuing to rise to feed their massive populations.
This is incredibly tender. You can really taste the difference in the pasture-raised chicken.
Depending on the breed, broiler chickens can reach the market between 8 and 12 weeks of age. Pasture-raised chickens usually grow much slower than industrial ones. But that slower growth results in firmer, more flavorful meat, and that's something many American consumers truly appreciate.
Wow, that crunch. This is amazing. Seriously good. I could eat this all day.
When the birds reach their ideal weight, typically between 4 and 5.5 pounds of broilers, farmers begin to harvest.
As the sun sets, these industrial flocks begin their journey. Conditions in the crowded.
This is usually done at night, when the chickens are less active, to minimize stress and keep the flock safe. Farmers carefully catch the chickens, place them in ventilated crates, and load them onto specialized trucks for transport to the processing facility. Once the trucks arrive, processing begins immediately to ensure the entire process happens within 2 hours of leaving the farm. Inside the industrial facility, chickens are densely packed into crates before being moved to the processing line.
At the facility, every step follows licensed procedures, with strict inspections and oversight to guarantee food safety and sanitation.
Inside the processing plant, the chickens move swiftly along the overhead conveyor system, handled by workers in protective gear.
The chickens go through a humane stunning process to minimize stress, followed by cleaning and sorting.
In the industrial model, efficiency is paramount. Thousands of chickens are moved through the processing facility on highly mechanized lines.
They are then placed in a rapid chilling system to keep the meat at a temperature below 39 degrees Fahrenheit, ensuring freshness and safety.
Inside the industrial facility, efficiency is prioritized above all else, with thousands of birds.
During processing, chickens can be packaged whole or divided into different cuts, such as breasts, thighs, wings. Each cut is carefully sanitized, precisely weighed, and individually packaged. Next, all products are labeled with complete information about origin, weight, and expiration date.
In stark contrast, industrial farming relies on efficiency. Here, chickens are processed and
finally, the chickens are stored in overcold warehouses or distributed directly to supermarkets, restaurants, and consumers.
Shoppers are increasingly looking for transparent labeling, opting for chickens raised with higher welfare standards.
Thanks to this, every cut of chicken that reaches the market is the result of a closed, carefully managed system. held to the same standard of precision and quality as other premium food industries.
Behind every golden yolk or flavorful cut of chicken are millions of hours of dedicated work from farmers caring for their flocks.
Are you willing to pay a little more to enjoy high-quality pasture-raised eggs and chicken?
Is it truly worth the effort and sacrifice farmers put in?
Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Industrial farming operations, like this one in China, prioritize efficiency above all else, often housing thousands of birds in close quarters.